who seek answers will find them as you consult your own angels while listening to our words. We are those who are among you night and day, and who steadfastly refuse to see you in any way except by the holy light that burns within you. We are your unwavering friends, your ceaseless companions, and your continuous comrades. We, your angels, hover slightly above you only because we are unmired by Earth's soiled viewpoints about existence. Where you may see hopelessness, we always see hope. Where you may see ravaged scars, we always see health. Where you may experience prolonged agony, we always see the way out of pain. We are your champions, your allies, your greatest admirers, and your dynamic coaches. We are your angels, and we shall always love you through eternity. How could it be any other way? Without love, we would all cease to be. And since God's handiwork can never be erased or confiscated, love can never diminish. And love, you understand, is who you are. Your love is unwavering, like a steady flame undaunted by wind around it. Your love is happiness, is peace, is immortality, and is abundantly cared for. You needn't travel an arduous or treacherous journey to arrive home. You already are there. All of your needs are provided for as we seek to help you climb the wall to escape the products of your own nightmares. We are in the self-made prison with you, urging you to choose escape. We help you to traverse the walls and safely transition to your realization of complete freedom. Freedom from all worries, cares, and concerns, if you choose. For some among you would choose otherwise, believing that pain is inescapable, or rather that pain is a necessary component to this process that you call life. Yet, we are here to testify to you otherwise, that other choices can and do exist, and that you can simply erase the bad effects of other choices with your holy and mighty will. You who are all-powerful have this escape clause scripted within your very being. Pain is one means to growth. Yes, this is quite true. And yet, you have heard we angels counsel you on other variables at your disposal. For ultimately, you are already grown. You are the product of divine creation, and as such, you are already completely formed in all ways. Your learning, then, is illusory. Learning is actually unlearning, where you forget your ego-established ideas. You lessen the pull of the ego and gradually replace its lens with that of your higher self. You grow by unlearning the ego's perilous thought system and recalling your divine origin. Do you need pain to unlearn this, when pain is the ego's primary creation? Surely you witness to the circular reasoning that the ego uses to keep you fascinated with its growth loop. Nothing can permeate the ego's defense system, and your escape is merely to step away and remember love. Divine love always has been and always will be the answer that you seek. No matter what form it comes packaged in, this fact is inescapable. Nor would you want to escape love's holiness and its pristine appreciation for who you truly are. Here is the all-encompassing womb you have been seeking. Here is the holy kiss and the embrace that you crave. Here is the soulmate of all soulmates. It is your own divine love. The very breath that you take at this moment is fueled by a desire to continue upon this path that you have started. Some may say that breath is an automatic instinct, but from our perspective, it is a behavior that you engage in as confirmation of your desire to stay upon the earth. Each breath contains information within its molecular structure. We imbue each molecule of precious oxygen with guidance and instructions. It is our chief means of staying in touch with you and within you. Your breath is tantamount to a continuous meeting between we angels, your higher consciousness, and your earthly self. It is a round-table discussion in which your next move is planned, and then the next. All of this is based upon your intentions, you see. With your out-breath, we are able to extract from you that which you no longer desire. And with your in-breath, we imbue positive direction that holds you up in the face of apparent discourse. The stronger your desire, the stronger your breath. That is why during moments of strong desire, your breath deepens, and during moments when you feel helpless, your breath is shallow. Any time that you desire to create strong and rapid movement in your life, simply deepen your breath while perceiving your desire. You can achieve this through physical exertion or simply breath combined with meditation. This formula may seem quite simple, yet we assure you it is a powerful one that is instilled deep within your subconscious mind. So often, we see you weary and in need of our assistance. You call upon us, and yet our effectiveness is hampered with your slow and shallow breath. Right now, draw upon a deep and elongated breath while you call upon us for assistance. You shall feel our presence as you inhale. The ego urges you to accomplish, while the soul merely asks you to enjoy the process. With the ego in charge, there is a sense of strain, as if you are trying to make something occur. The soul's very purpose is antithetical to the ego's in this respect, for the soul merely enjoys the process as it occurs. It does not seek to glorify itself as the ego does. Your loved ones are never out of reach, not now or ever. For souls are constantly in communication with one another, especially when familial love is involved. This eternal connection keeps you close to one another through all of existence. How could it be otherwise when your very soul tells you that this is so? Your soul, incapable of lies or capriciousness, knows that all of your loved ones on the earth plane and beyond are at this very moment enshrouded in God's ecstatic joy. For true joining with your loved ones comes from joining them in the inner glow of God's eternal joy. When you transmit joy to your loved ones, there is a connection so deep that it runs without words. You are given the power to heal, a power so lovely that if you cast your eyes before it, you would fall to your knees in awe of your Creator's great gift to you. Your willingness to utilize your power in the name of healing is a chief incentive for you to allow forgiveness to reign. You are not forgiving because of some prescript, but because you can. You are not forgiving to gain or to lose something, but because you can. Your power is so great that you have the ability to forgive all for all. Forgive yourself, darling child of God, for your harsh judgments of your reality. You have selected instances of your life and judged them strongly with malice. Yet is this the way to heal yourself or others? Does such self-judgment remove your consciousness from the light? For the only judgment worthy of you is this: in each situation, asking whether each thought, each word, each deed creates a greater or a lesser awareness of love. Freedom is yours for the taking at any time. Escape totally from the barriers which confine you, dear one. You do not need to be captured or controlled, for your will has the same roving freedom of your Creator, and it cannot be contained. You can fly as free as the birds without constraint or any time restrictions. This you can achieve right now. The only restriction is the limitations in your beliefs that prevent you from breaking free from self-made imprisonment. Think for a moment about what is resting heavily upon your soul. Situations, relationships, obligations. And then picture what a different scenario might be like. How would you feel to be free from the imprisonment? Do not worry about how this would occur. Just enjoy the freedom on a mental or emotional level. Don't question it, wonder about it, or worry about its fathomability. Just hold it in your belly and your heart and imagine that it is already so. Do not advertise your new conquest openly as of yet. Keep it to yourself. And as it comes to you on the waking plane, watch for any tendencies to bypass your new freedom with additional slavedom. You truly hold the key to your prisons through imagining the cell door opened wide right now. Can you allow yourself to imagine this freedom, beloved one? We pray that it is so, because as you open your prison doors widely, so do you allow the others the escape that they desire. Gratitude is the key to living a consistent life. No more must you deal with altitudes and plummets when you concern yourself solely with gratitude. The most sure-footed way to place yourself on the path of a harmonious existence is through gratitude that is heart-centered. What we mean is this: in addition to showing gratitude to others, place emphasis on showing gratitude to yourself. Your heart center glows brightly with love as you praise it for its very existence. Praise your inner glow so that its embers may burn even brighter. Give thanks to your in-soul for providing you with relief and solace. Give thanks to God within you so that you may extend this love ever outward in a widening circle of gladness. When you give gratitude to your inward light, you fan its flames with your praise. It warms to your gratitude, which encourages it to grow larger and brighter. As your light is larger, so will your outer manifestations increase as well. You will have much to feel grateful toward with this process, we assure you. Always remember the source of your in-soul's light is God whom you praise. Always remember that God's divine light burns within you now and always. And as you fill this light with praise, it is as if you have filled your inner room with 1,000 candles glow. Notice carefully the outward manifestations that come to you as you engage in this process. The first manifestation is joy, followed by a sense of security and peacefulness. Surely you will agree that these are very valuable commodities. Then as you continue to bless your heart center, you witness a new style of living for yourself. You may find a wealth of emotions that are too strong for you to yet experience. When this occurs, seek shelter in peaceful locations with loved ones or we angels. You will feel strong compassion from us and discover interesting new ventures. You will receive many opportunities and goods that may help you along the way. You have this powerful heart center as God's gift during your earthly path to guide you and to manifest for you. When guilt weighs upon your holy mind, heaven weeps on your behalf for your errant decision to dethrone yourself. Do you not know the eternal innocence of each of God's holy children? Guilt always expects a reprimand, and it doesn't rest until this punishment occurs. The guilt-ridden in-soul will seek for pain to appease and atone for its mistakes. Your mind expects punishment, so you begin scanning the horizon, expecting to find this punishment. And you already know that whatever you seek, you will find. It is also true, though, that you will create and attract whatever you seek. A guilt-ridden mind will create and attract one negative situation after another. The in-soul will decide that you deserve this pain and will continue to attract more in an endless fashion. Beloved one, you have not made any mistakes in truth, and you certainly do not deserve punishment of any sort. There are no earthly mistakes that you could possibly make that could undo God's eternal handiwork. He created you perfect, and you do not have the power to make yourself imperfect, no matter how hard you may try. Your earthly mistakes may be ghastly and may have caused much pain, but God holds you guiltless still. In His eyes, you and your siblings are the most beautiful beings in the universe. He and we angels look past your earthly mistakes and see within you your eternal flame of divine love. We know that this is the only vantage point that will help you. And as we gaze upon your inner God self, we increase the size and the brightness of your light. This larger light in your insoul is the only remedy, dear one. Only a larger light will help to lead you away from negative situations. Only by loving that light that God placed inside of you can you find the lantern to illuminate your path toward happiness. Say to yourself, I am love. I am love and light. See it and know this to be true. And whenever you are tempted to seek for pain or punishment, remember our words. Everything is already healed, except for in the dream of illness. When you focus on the problem at hand, you enlarge it in every sense of the word. What is called for is a new brand of compassion, beloved one. This entails looking past the illusions that you call the problem in the first place. Perhaps you know that this is the first law of metaphysics, that whatever you focus upon grows and enlarges. Why then do you imagine that your negative compassion upon problems will help them to heal? Why not instead focus upon a positive compassion in which you imagine the situation is already healed and curtailed? Do not worry that this could usurp the will of God or others. This positive compassion merely calls into being that which has already been divinely created, perfection. This perfection is instilled inside the very life force which you breathe. And by focusing on solutions instead of on problems, you incur the life force in its natural direction. Simply see the situation, no matter its topic or appearance, as already resolved, and give thanks that it is so. And accept this healed situation into your heart without regard for matter or logic. Even an ounce of belief will go far along the pathway to revealing the healed underpinnings of every seeming problem. This is true for any body, large as the Earth's very ocean or atmosphere, or the tiniest body of a microscopic organism or a little animal. Hold the truth in consciousness that sickness cannot exist in the face of love, and you will reveal the greatest reality of them all. Healing stems from your decision to share the love that is yours to begin with. To share this love is a commitment and a decision. When you commit and decide for this purpose, you naturally create new avenues to do so. You also eradicate anything that stands in the way. When sharing love is your utmost priority, you will take action steps to ensure its fruition. You will heal your body, your life, and your mind because you must have these tools to share love with others. Do it for your purpose, and you will find that your healing rushes to meet you. Healing is more accurately referred to as revealing, as this is the truth behind this principle. Healing, when properly understood, merely means casting a firm decision in the direction of your higher self's priorities. When you bow to the ego's whims and dictates, you allow fear to stand in the way. Your self-consciousness makes you weak, yet how could God's creation be anything but strong? God did not create weakness. You did, with your decision that weakness gave you more than did strength. And you can rethink this decision to experience differing results. Revealing is best approached with a heart which is open to gratitude for God's power. You already have all that you need, and you are merely reminded of this essential truth. Your access to health is eternally available, and you need merely claim this because you desire more available time and energy for your holy purpose. Your clear and unwavering decision for health cannot be obstructed, holy child of God. Your unquestionable power rests upon your decision, your intention, and your commitment. There is no force opposed to your own. In this, your will and God's will coexist in perfect harmony. Becoming natural means that you trust and follow the guidance of your heart. Being unnatural means refusing to follow love's ways and placing barriers around your soul. But you cannot put love into a box, shut it away, and expect it to shine. You who have so much to add to this world only leave victimhood as your legacy when you betray yourself in this way. If there is something that you desire, you have the means to attain it. You only need to be clear about what it is that you want, pray for guidance, and then motivate yourself to take the necessary steps that are then guided. To deny this avenue of escape is to deny your godliness. You are not a victim to any illusion of false security unless complacency keeps you there. We will give you a gentle and gradual plan of escape, or help you to heal an intolerable situation to one that brings blessings for all concerned. You are given the key to unlock your prison wall immediately, and you only need to fearlessly place your key into the lock to escape. The power is given to you at any moment. Myriad solutions await your beck and call, if only you will set your mind on the dial of solutions instead of fixed upon problems. Have hope for the betterment of yourself and your family. Hopelessness breeds only dead ends. God cannot thrust solutions onto you, but He does await your prayers for guidance to help you reach your own happy endings. You have so much to offer the world, dear one. You are multi-talented, beyond your scope of understanding. Some of your talents require polishing, patience, and training. Yet, they are your talents nonetheless. They are also the root of your passions, and they form the basis of the path of your life's purpose. You have the power, with your focused intention, to create a career that is rooted in your life's purpose. And there is no happier career than this. Our prayer is that you will know that you are qualified and that you deserve this career of passion and purpose. Our prayer is that you will call upon us for guidance and that you will surely follow it as it is given. Our prayer is that you will trust. Every moment of your life is an opportunity to serve, and thus an opportunity to be joyful. Your service can be to the living planet or any of its inhabitants. One of the reasons why we angels are so joyful is because we are focused continuously upon giving service. This does not mean being a martyr or a doormat. Oh no, far from it. Such negative connotations occur when giving comes from a sense of guilt or obligation. That type of giving helps neither the giver nor the recipient. But giving from a place of abundance, where you know that you have much to give, brings joy to all. We are not centering the word giving on material giving necessarily. The giving and service can be as simple as feeding a hungry animal or smiling at a lonely child. And by so doing, you are giving to the plenitude. Search the horizon for opportunities to serve, and they present themselves readily to you. You have angels assisting you in your service work, so approach your giving with your heavenly teammates and do not hesitate to call upon us to support your service work. You have so much to give, and yet you do not see it if you do not willingly and freely give. This crumbles your self-esteem because it is only through giving that you fall in love with your life and your God. The love of God reflects upon the love of your higher self, which elevates your opinion of yourself, not in a lofty or arrogant manner, but in a way that recognizes love as itself. Your life path, then, is one hinging upon discovering your true nature through service and giving. Hesitate not in giving, awaiting some faraway perfect time and opportunity to give. Seek for it now, and discover its awaiting presence lying patiently for your discovery. The more that you give, the more shall you truly have, and yet, this is merely a trite saying without action put behind its words. Experiment with giving, and discover the results firsthand. In that way, you shall know the truth of our words. You are a giver, and you are amply given too. Be open to receiving the good that comes to you each day. Resist not the plethora of plenitude that God bestows upon you. Through gracious receiving, you know that you are amply blessed. This knowledge gives you the confidence to keep on giving through joyful service. Because there is no time to be wasted, since there is no time to begin with, and in the world that measures time, it is now with which we are concerned. We ask that you be open to our lightworker assignments. We assure you that they are not beyond the scope of your interests or abilities, and many of these assignments will be quite pleasant. Certainly they will bring you closer to that place which you may refer to as home. You may worry about how you can succeed in this aspect, but that is a projection of your old standards of succeeding, using such templates as grades, raises, and promotions. In Lightwork, such terms are meaningless. Whether you are progressing financially is unrelated to your remembrance work spiritually. One is involved in collecting, and the other is involved in unveiling. Remember that you have both types of riches available to you instantly, the moment that you untangle yourself from low or lofty projections and simply arrive in a place of universal love. When you place your faith in the Creator within and above as the source for which you have been waiting, you can move ahead easily with your light work. There is nothing and no one preventing you from enjoying your life purpose. You are an entirely free agent, no matter what appearances may seem to prevail. At every moment, there is a person or situation who would benefit from your application of divine light, love, and vision. Focus upon finding these people and situations, rather than upon finding seeming blocks. Always remember that you are the director of the movie script in which you find yourself. A positive intention will bring your desired outcomes, and a pessimistic intention will always block you. Do you know that you deserve to be immersed in positive outcomes? These are not rewards so much as they are options that are available to all. The path to learning can come in many forms, and one form is not more favored by God than another. All the forms, uplifting, depressing, and everything in between, are among the free will choices given to you by your Creator, who simply hopes that you will choose the best for yourself and those among you. Manifest means to invest or to store. The term is rightly used in these two definitions, for manifestation is rooted where you invest or store your focus and intention. We see many people investigating the topic of manifestation through books or classes, yet the principle is plainly available for all to see. What you set your sights upon with clear intention is what you steer toward. It is what you draw into your life. This principle cannot be forced because pressure comes from a sense of anxiety that undermines your efforts. Rather, an ease or comfort as you steer toward your desire will bring it rapidly to your side. Many of you ask, but what if this is not God's will? And we ask you in return, are you making this inquiry with the assumption that God is a part of you who asks? For what will could there be but God's will? Yes, the lesser ego choices can steer you toward objectives, but you will always correct them as your overriding intention will always be in the direction of joy. Nowhere could the ego's intentions bring about joy of any sort. Always, God's intentions are rooted in joy. So God's will, which resides within you always, directs you toward joy by reminding you that you are already immersed in this joy. The pleasure that you seek is attained the instant that you allow yourself to enjoy the gift that is already given to you. You structure your time by seeking outward manifestations of this inward joy. There are no wrong manifestations, simply intentions that immerse you in joy or intentions that remove your awareness of joy. The object of your intention cannot be wrong or apart from God's will, because God and God's will only knows joy. It is possible for you to know joyfulness in your heart without interruption. This is an intention that is truly worthy of your devotion. No matter what the material or situational intention, approach them with the desire for joy. Know that your joy comes not in the future, tied in with your material or situational intention. Rather, your joy accompanies you now and stays with you as you manifest your other desires. The power of this joy cannot be overemphasized. It lights the pathway of your manifestation process. It allows you greater access to the sure-footed guidance that you seek. Reveal the joy now by holding the intention. My heart and mind are now filled with joy. I am a mighty reflection of God's happiness. Train your mind upon this desire and feel the joy pulsate through your being. Fear not the happiness if it seems like an unfamiliar stranger. It is an angel enveloping you in wings from within your heart center. Joy keeps you strong and provides you access to creative wisdom. Its magical properties have no negative side effects, just the ability to place you on the smooth ride of consistent joy. It is possible to find joy no matter what your outward circumstances appear to be. And as you find this joy, keep it close to your heart and watch your negative outward circumstances fall away. Reach inwardly and touch this truth without delay. Feel the essence of that which we speak, dear one. Drink in the nectar that your heart space offers you. The joy that you desire, that you deserve, that is yours, that is you. This is our loving prayer for you, our beloved one. Marriage is a declaration that a couple wants to take their partnership to a higher level, to soar with the angels romantically, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. In that respect, it is symbolic of the desire for heavenly union with love. It represents the desire for oneness, the merging with the divine. Marriage seeks the changelessness of God to create an oasis of peace in the midst of outer worldly chaos. So many hopes and dreams are pinned upon marriage that it sometimes falters under the crushing weight of dashed expectations. Yet it is true that within the safe harbor of marriage, both partners can reach new levels of spiritual bliss that are unparalleled in less ordinary circumstances. You who desire marriage, please remember that God's love is within you always. You who carry a torch for a marital partner are seeking for the light in another to merge with your own. Your hunger for marriage is beyond that of mere partnership. You seek to build the embers of your own divine flame higher, bigger, and brighter. Through marriage, your two flames can add together to formulate one larger, brighter flame. Yet, seek this experience first on your own. Seek to build your own immortal flame higher, bigger, and brighter as a means of expanding your self-knowledge of divine love. This ensures that your light attracts to you a partnership worthy of your divine heritage. And then, when you do merge your lights within marriage, you do so out of joy, not from empty neediness. You give your lights to each other in a holy dowry, building one another skyward so that your light shines from the heavens onto the earth's expanse. And you, who are already in the midst of marriage, remember these words, that both partners carry a torch within that seeks to fulfill its truth. Your merging of light, and thus your building of one another's light, is essential to the sanctity of your marriage. Seek always to see your partner's holy and divine light, and touch it to your own often. For as you kindle and tend to your partner's inner torch, you build the flame of your own naturally. You and your partner soar heavenward as you look for each other's holy flames. Your countenance only becomes heavy and dour when you cease this function and forget to look inward. An eternally happy marriage is built upon this covenant of flame building, through building one another's spirit of joy. Create opportunities for these exchanges often, whether it be an exchange of kind words, shared deeds of mutual enjoyment, or a togetherness in life's purpose for the betterment of the world. Music is essential to your light work at this juncture. Use the music to elevate your frequency as often as possible, since it bathes you in shimmering light that deflects away negativity. This airborne negativity, which could settle unknowingly into your consciousness, could create havoc with you having little awareness of its origin. Music shields you from these free-floating patterns, creating more opportunities for you to be at peace. Your choice of music is limitless, just as long as you utilize music in some fashion throughout your day and evening. The more that you indulge in music, the greater your benefit, exponentially. Some of you are able to ascertain the color bands that travel with the sound waves of music. Similar to the rainbow effects of high humidity, your music carries information encoded in visible colors. You who are traveling at a high visual frequency must learn to convey this information to others. You who see the colors emitting from musical instruments and speakers, learn to trust the relevance of these visions. These colors are emanations of the molecular structure of musical sounds. They bend light waves and bounce lesser molecules away from you in the deflecting process that we described to you earlier. For as you surround yourself with music, you wrap yourself in a blanket of these various colors. The musical molecules interact with the energy frequency patterns emanating from your body in a dance with the hues that you call your auric field. These electrical sparks are similar to the glowing colors that many of you see, which you have termed angel lights or angel trails. To be sure, there are colors of a higher vibrational frequency than others, what you would term your cool shades. You choose music according to your moods, and this is partly to clothe yourself in various colors that suit you. The more lively music is often associated with the warmer colors of red, orange, and yellow, while the more soothing music is, not surprisingly, strongly associated with the violet, indigo, and green varieties. Use music in this way to enhance and elevate your emotions, as it brings about strong effects. At times when you wish to reach inward at a deeper and more rapid pace, your choice in music would be different from when you desire a faster pace. We who can easily see the effects of your musical choices, both in your energy state and in the colors that surround you, can become involved in helping you to make conscious decisions about your choice of music. Simply call upon us and we will guide you without hesitation, without interference or control, and always with love surrounding our motivations. Together, we hold an eternal viewpoint of nature in her pristine glory. We do not saddle our thoughts about the planet with anger or cloud our vision by seeing only the soot-filled air. No, we refuse to gaze at the mistakes, but peer beneath them to the beautiful truth that the planet's will for health is stronger than any environmental mistakes that could be temporarily inflicted. Join with us angels, then, in holding this elevated viewpoint of the clean and healthy planet body. See her body is healthy and healed, and you will soon discover the enormous power that such a viewpoint holds. You call them vortexes or power spots, these geographical locations upon the planet where intense spiritual energies are said to be. It is true that within these locations there are the remains of the energetic fingerprints of previous inhabitants. These special places are the mark where previous ceremony infused the location with high amounts of healing intentions. Prayer, rituals, chanting, and celebrations cleanse the area beneath the participants' feet, leaving way for more energy to become infused with the ground below. These locations hold the memory of their previous inhabitants and their sacred rituals. This effect was previously well known and was used to locate the place where a ceremony had been previously held. In some cases, there was a lack of awareness of the building energy in the sacred place, and the repetition of ceremony in this location was based upon convenience, logic, and habit. The echoes of these ancient ceremonies reverberate from the surface to the deep recesses of each location, and the sensitive lightworkers among you can sense these reverberations. These are the locations which you refer to as power places. Yes, it is true that you can access the infused prayers within these locations. Their healing effects would be most felt if you were to lie down upon the ground where prayer ceremonies were held. Then, allow those prayers to filter upward through your body, like life-giving X-rays permeating your entire being. Before you exit this location, it is essential that you give back by sending prayers into the ground. Seal the visitation by infusing the ground with your divine thoughts and an intention of loving energy. Prayer is an internal form of meditation, which is essential to help one escape from fear. Allow prayer to bring you closer to the light that is God, in whatever way the moment brings you. Do not seek to control your prayer, for it is as free-flowing as any conversation of great importance. Be in the moment with your prayer, and accept whatever thoughts or feelings accompany each moment. One moment you will be exuberant, the next sad or remorseful. Then you will appeal to heaven for help, followed by a quieter moment of reverence. Each moment spent in prayer is like a coin put into a bank account. We do not hold it there for you in trust. We let each prayer go along the wind, and still it belongs to you, with all the interest and benefits accruing daily. Accumulate your prayers and accept their assistance. Each one is your angel, helping you along. We do not seek to assist your prayers, only to encourage you in their doing. Each morning is a fine time in which to begin your prayers. Ideally, before you awaken, you will engage in conversation with your Creator. And as your head rests on the pillow and your eyes are sleepy still, you will awaken to the voice of your beloved Creator. What a heavenly way to enter into each day. And the power of such positive entry will surely birth many days of happiness and miracles. Then, throughout the day, reach up and inwardly connect with us through thoughtful prayer and meditation. These sacred glimpses into the divine can refresh and replenish you immediately when you feel depleted. Simply cast your cares onto us and let us cart them away as a janitor would carry away garbage. You have no worries that you cannot thrust into our loving and awaiting arms, dear one. Give them all away. Prayer simply means reconnection, and reconnection with the divine is your lifeline to endless inspiration and vitality. Prayer has become to some entangled with rules or feelings of obligation. Yet even obligatory prayer is highly powerful, and it gives added benefits to those who already shine. For you see, prayer is like stopping at a fuel station to fortify yourself with gasoline, oil, and other necessities. You can engage in prayer during any moment of the day simply by holding in mind the intention to call home to heaven. Hold the thought that you would like God's loving assistance, and it is done. Be assured that we are always available to assist you, and know that your prayers will never be denied.